Greetings, everyone. It's me, Sister Joanna Wade, and thank you for joining me here on Modestly Made Live, the Sewing Circle. So, I hope you all had a wonderful week. I had a busy week, and I'm going to tell you all about it very soon here, but it was wonderful. It's nice to be busy. It's also nice to rest, but this week was a busy week. I already had my vacation. I'm going to go on another one soon. So in the meantime, I need to work, get caught up with everything at work and here on the channel and on the website and the business. But it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing. So I hope you all had a wonderful week. What's coming up is the Holy Convocation here in Atlanta. So I'm very excited about that coming up. I have decided to try to become a vendor for the expo. I was in a vendor for an expo in the last Jamaican convocation, but they were a little more lax as far as what you needed to become a vendor. So it was easier to get in there and be accepted as a vendor and pay your booth fee and things like that. But here, ciao, they want me to become an LLC, get my business license and business insurance. So I've decided to do all that. I didn't want to do it at first, not yet, but it had been in my mind for a while. And like I was telling one of my best sisters in the sisterhood, that I'm the type of person that feels better when it's safe, when I'm in a safe place. I don't go against the grain a lot. And if I'm safe and content with a certain place in my life, then I will just stay there. Even though I don't want to, even though I want more for myself, I want to do more with things, I will stay in the same spot. And a lot of times, God our Father needs to push me into the direction that He knows that in my heart, I want to go, but I'm afraid to go to that. I'm afraid to go through it. I'm afraid to shake up things or take risks. So that was one thing. I already have a tax ID number, and I was just going to run my business based off of that and make sure I do my taxes and all that good stuff. But I wasn't necessarily going to do my LLC. And so this has, even if I don't get to take part in the expo, which I really want to, because I want to meet a lot of you all, and just kind of let everybody know that I'm around to help, my services and things like that. So, but even if I don't go to the expo, I would have started my business journey and going in a step in the right direction. Of course, I need to be an LLC. I need to have a business license, and I definitely need to have insurance because, I'm cutting up people's clothes. I don't want to make a mistake and then, to a $1 million dress. I don't know who would buy a $1 million dress in modesty, but hey, they could say it's $1 million and, they can lie on me. But I should have those things in place anyway. So pray for me on this journey to my own business. My goal is to make as much money in this business as I do with my day job so that I can let my day job go and, work in the business. So work on my own business. People in my job are doing it. They're just opening their own business, and I want to do the same thing. So eventually, it might take some years, but why not? Why not? So that's what I'm gonna do. So there's gonna be a lot of things that you're gonna see happening. If you haven't noticed yet, my website has changed. I have rebranded to match here on the YouTube channel and the Facebook. So I am officially Modestly Made Clothing and Alteration. So look me up, modestlymadeclothing.com. And my name is Modestly Made Clothing and Alteration. So this is a extension of the channel. So if you want to go over there and visit and see what's over there, go ahead and do that. Let me know what you think. All right, so without further ado, I am going to do one thing tonight that I've never done before. I always do things I've never done before, but I like it. I like the challenge. So now I explained to you that I want to go to the expo. I want to be a part of the exposition. What's it called? What's expo short for? I don't know. Well, I want to take part in the expo, and I'm a service right now. I don't have product to set up there and to let people go through. So I don't have to be a little bit more creative in getting my name out there and letting people know I'm alive out here and I'm doing stuff. So I have decided to make bags. So bags, just very simple bags that I can give out, put my flyers or my card inside and let them have a bag that has my brand on it, and they can use for other things in Expo. And explain to them about alterations. I am setting up a way to ship your items to me, and I can alter them in that way, so you don't have to be in my state or in my temple to get the alterations done. I'm getting a lot of alterations from the temple, but to branch out to other temples, this is where you can send it. So that's what I want to market in the expo. And I think being able to give out a bag with some marketing material in it, maybe even do a drawing if that's allowed. I'm going to have to ask my local minister, if that would be allowed. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I found a cute little bag. I don't have a bag pattern, but I found a cute bag that I am going to deconstruct with you today. So I'm going to deconstruct the bag and let you see if it's one piece, if it's two pieces. I think it's one piece. And then I am going to use some of my leftover fabric to create another one. So let us get started. Let me turn my table camera on here so you can see what I'm working with. All right, so here we go. All right, so this is the bag. I hope y'all can hear me. I didn't test out my mic, but this is the bag. Very simple. I guess this is like I don't know what material this is called, to be quite honest. I've seen it all over. Same material that the Walmart bags are made out of. So I don't know what this is. And I don't know if I should. I'm just going to do regular fabric, though. A stiff enough fabric instead of this, just so it'll be cute. And then I might put like one of my tags. I just ordered some tags with modestly made on it. And I might just sew it to here. So that would be nice. What do you think? And then I have some scrap fabric. So the first thing we're going to do is take this apart. I don't do enough deconstructing on the lives and the channels. So I am going to do that next time too. I have a whole dress that I have to deconstruct to make another bodice for. And so deconstructing a garment is a great way to learn how to refine your abilities to constructing garments. So that's a very important part of sewing and learning how to sew, is to learn how to take things apart. And it gives you a lot of knowledge. So that's what I'm going to do here. This looks like it's a one piece because I don't see a seam across the bottom. I wish you can see this more, but I'm going to turn this inside out. I'm going to start with this side seam. I think I might do my handheld camera here just so you can see me better. All right. Okay, so I'm going to take this apart. As you can see, this is the side seam. So we're going to take all that apart, and then there's just another side seam here, and then there's seams at the bottom of the bag on the side. So that's why I think it's just one piece, which would be very good if it is, because that would just make my construction, and I just cut out one piece and then the straps, and it's an easy sew. So I can make a bunch of these and give them out with my branding. I think that would be a great way to put my name out there. Okay, so that's out. Okay, so now what I like to do is I like to cut along. So once I take out the back stitching here, then I'll take it and I will like pick a stitch every so often so I can just pull it out. So one stitch there, and then do a stitch, pick a stitch on the side, and then you could just pull it out. So you won't be there picking them out the whole time. Just pick a little at a time, and then pop the stitch somewhere else, like here. Maybe pick that out. If you had a stretch fabric, you would stretch this out a little bit so it can loosen up the stitch. but this is not a stretchy fabric, so that's not gonna work. Let me just pull it out. We got the whole side open very easily. Now we're gonna work on the bottom stitches. So the back stitching is here at the end. I ordered a bunch of marketing materials, so I really hope to go to this expo, but that's one thing too. Like I'm gonna go to places like here, like around here to the festivals that's gonna happen. I'm gonna sign up for those types of things, and it won't be a loss. I'll make my money back, but I invested some money into my marketing with the sign and a table runner, and I want to get best booth. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but they did it in Jamaica, and I didn't get best booth, but I want best booth, so I am going to try my hardest to look amazing. But I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do because I want to win best booth. I don't want nobody stealing my idea. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that secret. All right, so this I'm just picking out because it's a short stitch. It's not that long. Oh, I was so overwhelmed today. Just with everything, the business and work, it's just been tough. It's been a long, hard week. It's like, it always feels like there's not enough hours in a day. There's not enough days in a week. Time is just hard to deal with. Just the slipping away of time. It's just so hard to deal with. All right. That's that. That's that side. See, one piece so far. One piece so far, sis. If it's one piece, that'd be so easy to make. I'm excited. By the way, I gotta give credit to my mommy. She the one that brought this up and threw this idea into place. And it's a great idea because I just went to the Geranium Festival here in Georgia, and there was a vendor, much like, just someone selling their services, not so much a product, that was doing that. And I took one of the bags, and sure enough, I needed that bag. After walking around and got some food and wasn't able to eat it all. I had a bag to put it in instead of carrying the carton around. So yeah. It was a real estate agent though. I already have one. So I can't I can't use their services, but it was a great idea. And I appreciated it. So this being fabric instead of like this felty material, I don't know, they might carry that around as a bag if I make it good enough, which I think I will. Okay. What? Oh, I gotta take this one out. All right, so the bottom's done. I'm gonna move on to the other side here. You know, I got really emotional about God this week. I'm so grateful that He takes interest in me and He guides me and pushes me. You know, I need that push to do things, and he does it the best. He's the best at it. So I'm just very grateful that He takes interest in me. He pushes me in and out of things constantly. And that's such a good feeling that He's got my back. It's only by His permission. And I hope He's pleased with me. Why am I picking up that out one by one and I told you not to do it that way? Oh, I don't know. There we go. Get back on track here. But if any of my viewers come to the convocation and I am there, please come by and say hello. I would love to meet you. All right, so this is one piece. I'm so happy. And this is how it's cut. So just analyzing this piece, it's a rectangle and it's cut in the middle. 2 rectangles cut out of it. It's hemmed on the tops. You can see those hems. So it's cut, then it's hemmed. It's sewn in 2 places on 2 sides. So I want to take out this hem to make sure it's connected. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. And then the straps, I even have a pattern for the straps, so I can just break out that pattern if I wanted to, but it's not that difficult. It's just straight, long, rectangular shaped pieces. And it's sewn in a X with a box around it. So it's sewn like you would, where else have I done this? Like you would sew elastic together if you put it in casing, same way you would sew this. And it's sewn on the inside. yeah, I can do this. Let me start taking out this. The hems. Take those out real quick. See how they're folded. So what the sides is folded right sides together, and then it's just sewn in let me measure this. Just a 3/8 inch seam. But it probably was 5/8 inch, but was cut after it was sewn together. So I can do it that way. So whenever you're sewing pieces or you're deconstructing or you're making your own pieces or pattern, you want to add 5/8 inch seam allowance to each side. So or 3/8 inch. Or you can do the 5/8 inch and then cut the seam allowance once it's finished being sewn. So let me take this out here. Oh, I almost forgot. I don't know who watches these things, but I just wanted to take the time out to offer my sincerest condolences to our leader teacher guide, Pastor Gino Jennings. I appreciate the sacrifices that your family has had to make. And even though not meeting Mother Jennings, I still feel taken aback by her passing and just want to wish you well. Your family have my prayers and have been in my prayers since I've heard the news and even before I've heard the news. I hope you have peace. I hope you've gained peace since hearing of the news or being a part of that situation. So God bless you, Pastor, and the family. And that is what I want to make sure I said, because I'm so grateful for that family. But now let's take apart this hem. Okay, so this might be attached. I have to take out this other seam to figure this out. Let's see what we find out here. I love doing this because it's like, I don't know, investigation. And I love investigations. I watch Law and Order all the time. I watch Matlock all the time, and I just love investigations. So, all right, yes. So this is just one piece. This is all one piece. That is so amazing. I'm gonna rock this. You're gonna like my bags, Lord willing. Take off the I should be making notes. You don't want to ever forget what something looked like. I should have took pictures. You know what? Well, I have this. I have this. Okay, so let me document this here so I can watch it back if I have to. The hem is sewn in two places on the top of the bag, but it is one piece. The handles are sewn on the inside of the bag. And that's it. So I just wanted to put that out there because so I can notate that later, because I'm not going to do this right away. I'm going to do this days from now and forget what I've done. There's no special way on detaching these because it's sewn in so many different places. So you just have to cut them out the best you can. There we go. That's one side, 3 more to go. Almost done. Okay. I'm excited to see how that is constructed. Let's take these out. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this deconstructed bag as my pattern, but I'm going to add the 5/8 inch seam allowance onto it. Because the fabric is plain enough to use and stiff enough to use as an actual pattern, so that will work. There we go. Done with that. so we got these out. Let's take apart one of these to see how they have that constructed. So I'm going to do my plug and pull method to removing these stitches. Pull stitches out here. Okay. All right, there's another stitch on this side. Let's see if this is 2 pieces or if this is 1 piece. Greetings, sis. Jolene Stewart. Greetings, sis. How are you? All right. Yep, that's 1 piece. Yay. It's got a little bit of a seam, but it is 1 piece. So that makes my life a whole lot easier. So there's 2 straps, and there's 1 body, and then there's some hems. So this will be a very easy sew. How are you, Sister Jolene? How's your week? That's good. I'm doing well. So just to fill you in, I'm working on getting ready for Expo here in Atlanta. We have the Holy Convocation coming up. I don't know if you know. You might not know, but we have a Holy Convocation coming up here in Atlanta. And in the end of July, I think it is. And I'm trying to think of ideas for my expo, because I'm going to promote my services, which is alterations and custom fit designs. So I'm thinking of making these bags. This is a bag, if you can't tell, to give out with my marketing material inside. It's an easy sew, so I should be able to get out hopefully 100. before then. Oh, you was on there? That's wonderful. What's your business? You gonna be at the expo? And who knows? I don't even know if I'm gonna be there, or I'm gonna be at the convocation, Lord willing. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to be at the expo. I know you have to have your LLC and your license, so I'm working on getting that together before the deadline. But I don't know if it's in His will. Okay. That's good. That's good. Only by God's permission can we do anything. So I'm just trying to follow God's lead. If He wants me there, I'll be there. If I'm not there, then I'm not there. But it won't be all for nothing, because you need to get your numbers and your certifications in order. I try to take shortcuts, but sometimes God be like, nope, you got to do it the right way. I hope it's easy to get. That's what I got to do. I already applied for my LLC. That wasn't too hard. I mean, it was only like $110, so it wasn't that expensive to do that. It seemed pretty easy to me. I'm just waiting on a certification. I don't know how long that's gonna take, or the certificate. And then once I have that, I can get my license. And you say it's not that hard to get your license, so that would be a blessing. I wonder how long that takes. I know. I'll be taking shortcuts though. But yeah. God our Father. He really is a father, isn't he? He's a dad. He's a father. I talk to him. He don't talk back, but but I see him in my life, and I thank God for that. I see him in my life, pulling strings. Yeah, it's not that expensive. I thought the LLC was going to be expensive. I was thinking hundreds of dollars, maybe in 1,000, but it wasn't. It wasn't even close. I don't know where I got that idea from. No clue where I got that idea from. I guess you got to renew every year, right? Let's pull this out. I think. Oh, this is side to side. Oh, jeez. There we go. And I don't even know if they'll let me do it because I haven't been going to the meetings or the classes, so I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe they'll say, you got to catch the next one. And that would be fine. I wouldn't be upset about it, but I really do want to go. It's a network. Great networking opportunity. Central America. Okay, gotcha. Oh, okay. Belize. I've been hearing that a lot lately. Belize. Everybody's from Belize. I don't know. I've just been hearing that. Talk about Belize in some way or another. What language is spoken there? Oh, you just got a temporary temple. Well, that's where it starts. Temporary. That's where it starts. I've been to a few temples. Just a few. I've been to Jamaica, Kingston Temple. I've been to headquarters, Pennsylvania. What a beautiful experience that was. I hope all of us get to experience that. That was such a great place. It's so beautiful, the temple there. Being there in October. Yeah. Lord willing. I know Atlanta Temple's only been open for like 4 years, maybe. So it was temporary for a while. It seemed like everything is new. Even though I know they've been around for a long time. I wonder when the boom happened. Like with our church. Because it seems like a lot of the temples are brand spanking new. So I wonder when it picked up really fast. Because if Atlanta's only been there for about 4 years, I mean, Atlanta is a major city, you know, so it's in Georgia, very popular spot, a part of the Bible Belt. I've never been to Belize, so, but I would want to go. I would want to visit. As long as it's not too far away. I don't like to fly. I really, really don't. I don't like to fly. I can't see myself on a plane for more than 4 hours. It's like torture to me to be on a plane for more than that. I went to San Antonio, Texas, which was like a 5-hour flight, and I was so antsy. I just could not stand it. I could not stand being on that flight. On March 15th and by the 29th, we have Agent Hurry to what? Work fast. What year was that? That's a blessing, because without Temple, man, that would be hard. That would be hard to live to be without the temple, even a temporary one, you know, like I had to find one. I just had to. Yeah, that's a lot of flights this year. Oh, wow, just this year. Just this year. Wow. I'm glad you all got a temple. But yes, I pray for the brothers and sisters that are seeking a temple, because it is hard. Like I was so blessed to have a temple, because I was online watching Pastor constantly. I was just consuming so much online from him, watching every video. I even sorted my YouTube to view the oldest first and just trying to catch up, and I made it through all of them. And I was like, I gotta find a temple. And so I looked, and sure enough, there was an Atlanta temple. I was like, surely he's not preaching here. I thought he preached at that temple. I knew they were in Philadelphia, but I'm like, well, who's preaching at the temple? He must be rotating or coming there or something. And so I went, and it was Brother Minister Elder Roger English that was ministering there. And I loved him. I loved his preaching style. He's very articulate, and he preaches the truth, which is the most important thing. And so I get excited when he's there. And then Brother Emmanuel, I don't know what temple he is in. He's been preaching there. I like him a lot. No. Here it is not cheap to rent. Oh, but you're saying where? Oh, sorry, I misread that. Where you're from is cheaper to rent. Yeah, it's like that in Jamaica too. So I lived in Jamaica for a while. Well, I stayed in Jamaica for a while with my husband, and it was, I would visit or whatever. It was like cheaper to rent there. So his place is cheaper to rent than here in the United States. So that's usually how it goes. But rent here is not cheap. We go to places like that, and yeah, it's double to live. Our money is doubled there, but when we get back home, we still got bills, and it's taking up most of our money. It's taking up most of our money. So yeah. Yeah, it's a good temple. I'm gonna have to check out Belize. You all have a Zoom as well, right? I'm gonna turn on my overhead camera. Okay, so here we are. We have our deconstructed bag. Fairly simple sew. And I'm going to get started on these. So it's a rectangle. It's a regular rectangle with these notches cut out. So I'm going to measure those. It has 2 straps that are sewn on the inside of the bag. And this is one piece. Let me see the strap I took apart. It's this one. So this is going to be very easy to do, which is wonderful. Hey, little bee. Thank you for joining me. Do I have a moderator? Is that what you're asking? No, I don't have a moderator. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea. What do they do? I don't even know what that is, sis. So I guess I'll figure that out later. I'm not very big right now, but I think that's something that comes with a lot of followers, but I'm growing. So I will then see why and why I should have one of those. I just don't understand what they do. No, it's okay. It's okay. I figured it out. It's all good. Well, I am at my time. I don't want to keep you much, but that is just take away with if you're learning to sew, deconstructing the garment can help you understand the garment more. I have another big project that I'm going to start where I have to deconstruct the whole dress in order to change the bodice of the dress to be appropriate, be aligned with scripture. So I'm going to bring that to the channel as well so that you can see how to deconstruct the dress, because that's one thing that you want to learn to do. You don't just go and pull things off of it. You have to look at it and say, okay, this is what I should take off first, because you can obviously tell what was done last. So that'll be the easiest thing to take off the garment first. So I'm going to go over a couple things like that. And I'm going to start making this bag. And if you're at the expo, whoever watches this afterwards, come and seek me out. Seek me out. Say hello, and I'll be glad to meet anyone who is in my audience. All right. All right. So thank you for joining me here. Let me get on that so you can see my face at least. Let me turn around. But thank you so much for joining me here on Modestly Made. Definitely go and check out my website. It's rebranded to modestlymadeclothing.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Modestly Made with Sister Wade, and also TikTok at Modestly Made with Sister Wade. So thank you for joining me here. Peace be.